Hello there and welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy. Home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport. And man, this place is rocking today. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Boston College Eagles, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Boston College will kick it off to get things going here. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. Tackle made after the completion.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
That completion makes it second and medium. There's the handoff. That's good for first down yardage. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, it's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs, and we're seeing another one right here.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. That gain enough for a fresh set of downs, spotted at the 48.
Chris, just by watching this guy all year, the defense better be very careful to let this guy find that rhythm. I've seen him where he goes 5 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards, and then pops a big one. Right now, he looks like he's starting to gain some confidence here early in this game.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He hands it off from the gun. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
No gain on the play. Third down coming up.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Catch is made along the sideline just before going out of bounds. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. No stopping and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
Boston College, 0.
Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. One man to the backfield, and he'll get the football. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He's got it on a crossing route. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Quick completion to the tight end. He was a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
It's intercepted, trying to fire it into a tight window. Not much on the return, but that's an important takeaway. Sets up the offense at the 34.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
The gain makes it second and medium. He'll ride the back again here. Finding space at the 20. Tackle, but first down.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
The Buckeyes are in the red zone now. He'll hand it off. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a first and goal now.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The Buckeyes come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here.
Timeout at State.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense.
Get set.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Trying for the touchdown on the right side. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, this is the risk you take when you run this play. Sometimes it works, sometimes it backfires, and this time it backfires on the offense by going backwards for a tackle for a loss.
The ball is picked off. Past the 50. At the 30 now. At the 10. Touchdown, Eagles. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return. How about that, Kirk? A defensive touchdown to tie this football game.
Well, you only get a handful of those in an entire season. To be able to come up with that in this game to tie the game is just big time by this defense, and it gets them right back where they need to be.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. And looking to throw now on first down. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks.
The key here to me, Chris, is the receiver runs a precise route, and the timing is impeccable. The quarterback cannot hesitate, because if he does, it could be pick 6 going the other way.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the plus 40.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
The back's got it. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
On the set.
3rd down coming up after that running play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Drop for a loss after the catch on 3rd down. Sets up a 4th down now. So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. This should be a long-range attempt, 51 yards out. We'll start off the second quarter with a field goal attempt here. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Now the delay is called. Offense took a little too much time there. The Buckeyes will bring their punt team on the field now.
On to kick it away.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Receiver in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Fighting off the defender. Solid run. Moves the ball out across the 20 to 21.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Looking to pass here on second down. Under pressure. Hit as he throws. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he's into the end zone. But hold on. There's a flag down. This might be coming back. Offense getting set. It's second down. And now the handoff. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open.
My goodness, this defense has got to do a much better job of getting pressure on this quarterback. It's third down, and you're going to give the quarterback that much time? Plenty of time. Finds his target. Nice big gain and a first down.
Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Physical run earns the first down.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
Looking to throw yet again. He dumps it off to the tight end.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Completion makes it second and short. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Powering through. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
And the freshman brings him down quickly.
A pretty good push up front here by this offensive line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup and put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
The defense bringing out some big bodies to stop the run. And the quarterback just sneaks it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Boston College. Kicking team out for the PAT try. The PAT is good. They go up a touchdown, 14-7.
That makes the score. Boston College.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Catch made on the left side. Running right through tacklers. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. Think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, if you're not careful as a quarterback, this is the kind of route that defensive back wants to jump and get in front of for an interception and maybe a touchdown going the other way. But this time, the receiver runs it well, brings it in, and then gets out of bounds.
Running through the tackle. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
The Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. He breaks free. He'll avoid the sack, but is brought down after a short gain. Second down play coming up.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
You know, in these spread offenses, the game just keeps evolving, and the opportunities keep presenting themselves for the big guys to be able to run a corner route. So hard to cover this.
They'll run it to the left. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
No gain on the play. Bring up second down.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it. Trying to extend the play. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And the defense brings him down.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. On third down, he drops to throw. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in the zone coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
So the BC offense is back out on the field now. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
No, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now second and long. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that third down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a first down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got fourth down.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. One more play before they head to the locker room. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Lofting it toward the left sideline. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick this away to start the second half. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's who the offense will take over. The Boston College offense back out on the field. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Going the other way, can they stop him? Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the defense gets involved, scoring a touchdown to suddenly tie this football game.
Just getting a couple turnovers from your defense is really all you can expect. But to be able to get 6 points from them in addition is above and beyond. They get their 6 points, and now they're really thinking about winning this game.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. So the BC offense is back out on the field now. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid.
Continues to fight for yards. He stopped, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
They're going to run it. Mack gets the carry. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Boston College getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Airing this one out toward the sideline. But this one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
But Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Going again on 2nd and 10. This pass is on target. Caught. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
But the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he's got it already past the first down marker. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Makes a quick grab. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air. And
he'll loft it to the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? He's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Caught quickly. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards, and they stay ahead of the sticks.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Running play called on third and short. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
That's a design quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Eagles. That puts them on top in the second half.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and we'll start at the 25. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Short loss on the play sets up second and long from the 18. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Dumps it down to the back. Caught. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Out of the gun now on third down. Catch made on the sidelines, and that gain is enough to move the sticks. The tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
It's a quick grab. Breaking free at midfield. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, stopped the ball at the 44.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country.
They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
After the sack on first down, it's second down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Looks like he's going to run it. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
Well, it's second down and forever. You know they're going to throw the ball. They want to throw the ball, but to the credit of the defense, there's just nothing open. How about this quarterback? Instead of throwing the ball away, he picks up some big yards. They got a real shot here now on third down.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical third down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to fourth down.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. He'll take a deep shot here. And the pass is batted down, broken up on fourth down. What a play.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive. Caller, you go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Here comes the Boston College offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9.
For the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Here's the 2nd down play. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play. Two backs now flanking the quarterback. On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. This offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
Offense getting set to run a first down play. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. 2nd down coming up now.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
2nd down after the incompletion. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And the pass rush has got him again. Back-to-back sacks.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
See if he can make a play on this return. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. They finally get him, but he found a nice lane in that return, and that means good starting field position for this drive. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost him anything. And they put together something here. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
This is all you can hope for, really. The defense does their job. You get the offense back out in the field. It's a one-possession game. It's up to this quarterback and this offense to deliver, and they're off to a good start here.
They're going to run it. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. The Buckeyes hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Defense looking for back-to-back sacks. 3rd down now. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. He's escaping the pocket now. On the move, looking deep. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
So the BC offense is back out on the field now. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. And it's intercepted, a crushing play. You bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway at the 26-yard line is huge.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack. First down sack pushes the ball back. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Looking for his big tight end. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, Chris, the quarterback and the receiver just not quite on the same page there on that 3rd down and long. But at this point in the game, you got to consider going for this. They need a touchdown.
So here we go. Down one score. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Defense is coming after him. And he throws his third interception of the day. Look out, he's got some space. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the runner takes off to his right. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
Well, this is where the offensive line can really assert their will and put on the finishing touches to this game. The defense, you can see them. They're breaking little by little right now. You make sure they break completely.
And here's the handoff. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Third down and inches. Who is going to win this battle in the trenches? Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down.
He's taken down at the 40. And that's good enough for a first down.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. He's got it right near the end zone. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. Do you think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest?
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Chris, this is situational football. This is really where the great coaches separate themselves, because in these kind of situations, this is where you want to be able to score and kill the clock. Some teams do it better than others, and that's primarily coaching and execution and preparation. It'll be interesting to see how this offense navigates this spot.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boston College.
Touchdown, Boston College. Number 33 with the carry.
Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
28, Ohio State, 14.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick catch. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looking for his big tight end. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Tackle made after a big gain. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Looking to throw again. Looks to the left. Pass caught.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds, so that clock will keep ticking.
Falls incomplete. Broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception on the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Bringing pressure. Hit just as he throws the ball. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
What a score by this offense, and the greatest thing, Chris, is they still left themselves a little bit of time, and now you're thinking onside kick if they can recover it. You never know.
Lining up to try the extra point. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Boston College offense back out on the field. The defense has all 3 timeouts remaining, so maybe they'll have to run a couple plays here. And they heave it deep downfield. Picked off, a crucial turnover.
That's just a poor decision by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. Working with the lead, run the football here and work the clock instead. Throws it into coverage. Now they get a chance to get right back in the game.
Offense, cross that under the field, hoping to start a drive here. And they get to completion. And he's going to run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Wanted no part of contact on that play.
Brings up second down.
Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And he'll drop back here on third down. Close to the tight end. And he's got his man open downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. Testing the right side here. And that run produces a decent gain. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. And there's the handoff. And the Soft were able to bring him down quickly. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Can he make it to the marker? The Buckeyes moving quickly down the field here. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Caught near the goal line. And he scores. Touchdown, Ohio State.
It's just a great job by this offense. Now, I think it's a little bit too late here. They're not going to be able to have a chance to come back. But I think it says a lot about the character of this football team that they're fighting to the very end.
And now the crucial try for the extra point. And the PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the first play of the drive now on the 25. Looking to throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. Just 10 seconds remaining now. So second down after the incompletion. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They'll make the tackle, but it's enough for a first down. Good call in that screen play. And a timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. The offense really clicking here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for a deep completion. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Eagles. To take the lead in the final minute.
What a job by this offense to get this go-ahead score with such little time left. I loved how they managed the clock, managed the situation. They score, and now you give your opponent such little time to have a chance to come back and tie this game up.
Well, this is a game to remember and a fun one to call. Decided on the final play. Can't get better than that.
To watch these teams go at it and for it to come down to the final play, the final touchdown, those are the games you remember for a long time.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.